Miller, forward Ody Oguama, and guard David DeJulius. Coach, thanks for joining us. Just get your thoughts on the game, please, and what are the questions?
Yeah, first off, just tip your cap to Houston. It was not our best shooting night. We thought we turned it over a little early. Thought we missed some shots early. We didn't share the transition early, and we, certainly it was a tough night not to make your free throws. But outside of the free throw shooting, because that's just on us. But give Houston credit for making it difficult. Obviously, the number one ranked team in the country for a reason, and they're a difficult team to score on. It was a tough night for us because we didn't score and we didn't defend well. So, that's how you get that kind of a lopsided margin. When you're in these positions and you lose in the conference tournament, especially knowing that we're not going to be in the NCAA tournament, you feel for the guys that have no eligibility, and that's the first thing that I always think about as a coach. And David DeJulius and Kalua Zekbe and Rob Fennessy, whose year ended prematurely. You feel for those guys, but as I told them, I hope we put ourselves in position to keep playing. We'll find that out tomorrow night when the NIT bracket comes out. So down, frustrated. I know these guys are too. It's been a year where you're proud as a coach on how your team's responded over and over again, and I like the way we responded coming out in the second half tonight. I thought they came out, and I knew they came out and played their hearts out to try to get back in the game, but we dug a pretty good hole, and it just wasn't quite enough.
Questions, please. Raise your hand. We'll get the mic to you. We'll start with Justin.
Coach, it seemed like you guys had a lot of confidence after yesterday's game. Just what was the mentality from your perspective heading into this one, and then maybe the response when Houston jumped out to that early lead?
Yeah, the preparation was good. The kids were really locked in and film last night. Well, it's a conference tournament. You don't have a lot of time to go through a lot, but we played them twice. I think especially at Houston, I think our guys felt like we can not just play with them, but we're capable of beating them. So I think we felt good coming in, but as you mentioned, just didn't get off to a good start. Some defensive breakdowns. They make a couple tough ones. We struggle on the board to start the game. I mean, you finally get them to miss a couple, and then you give offensive rebound putbacks, and a couple open floor opportunities where you have advantages early, and we don't make the right decision, turn the ball over, don't convert, and that digs a hole. And this group's never been a group to lay down, so we'd kind of find a way to rally back, and we did at times. But again, just a big margin to make up at halftime for sure.
And here in front.
Just how difficult is it to prepare for Houston in that short period of time? I mean, like you mentioned, they're the top team, and it seems like those guys have 3 arms, each of them.
It's tournament play in March. Everybody's dealing with the same thing. You got 1-day preps. You're playing a team for the 3rd time. That's not what it's about. It's not about that. Listen, it didn't break our way tonight. We didn't shoot it well. I think we're 7 of 15 for something like that from the free throw line in the first half. We had trouble securing the ball and holding on to the ball and silly turnovers. I don't think that's preparation. Again, give Houston credit. I'm not making excuses, but I don't think it's our guys weren't prepared, or we played them twice now, and I thought we had a good game plan and good execution playing them down at their place. So that's just tournament play, and it was a tough night to have a shooting night like we did. Our ball security wasn't good. It kind of snowballed on us a little bit.
Stay in the front row.
Ody, coach, last time these two teams played, Jerice Walker really dominated inside the paint. Tonight it was Juwan Roberts. What made it so difficult for him to get going early tonight, made it a difficult matchup?
Yeah, he's difficult. He's really good getting to his left hand. He's really good in the pocket versus some of our drop coverages and our ball screen stuff. And, again, we struggled with that. We played them at Houston. We struggled with that again tonight. And he got us on the glass too. I can't remember. I looked down at his numbers. He had 2 offensive rebounds, but he was effective on the board too.
David, I'm sure that's not the past couple games you would have liked to have to end the season. What were your emotions going emotions going through you at the end of the game there on the bench?
It was a mixture of emotions. Half of the emotions were me just taking accountability. Wish I would have played a lot better. I feel like we had a great game plan going in. We had a great film session, as Coach said last night, and we had a very great and extended walkthrough today, and everyone was locked in and focused. And I wish I would have played better for sure. My team needed it. So I take full responsibility in that regard. Then the other half was appreciation. Appreciation to be able to play for a great coaching staff that believed in me, great teammates who believed in me, and being a part of something special, as part of something bigger than me. And then just excited for the future of this program. So.
In front for the next one.
Dave, can you just talk about your growth over these past years under Coach Wes?
Just like night and day. I did a full 180. That's a credit to Coach Wes and his coaching staff. Like I said, they believed in me. I told this story a couple times. I think we were playing Miami, Ohio. I had Miami, Ohio, not this season, but the past season. And he pulled me in the ballroom, alone, and just told me how much he believed in me. And he told me that he'd be there through the ups and downs, through the failures. And he was a man of his word in that regard. And I most definitely wouldn't be the player nor the person I am today without Coach Wes or this coaching staff or this team. So just grateful for being a part of this place and the great city of Cincinnati. And just going to continue to try to pay it forward, and because they gave me a lot.
It's not what you were after, but in an NIT bid, would that be something I'm sure you'd like to have one more game after tonight? Or more?
It always sucks to end that way, but wherever it's supposed to happen, it will happen, and we'll go from there. The future program will be great no matter what.
Take one over here on the other side, Chris.
Coach, just how would you assess this season so far, even if you will have postseason play continue?
I'm sorry.
How would you assess the season so far for you guys?
Well, I don't know if this is on.
Go get it.
Okay. I'm proud. I'm proud of our team, proud of our guys. You always want more. I mean, you're Cincinnati, and the standard is to play in the NCAA tournament. So there's no escaping that. But with that aside, you're proud. You're proud of the way this group has responded time and again. And it's kind of like echoing David's remarks. It says so much about the people in that locker room, the guys that show up to practice every day. Like David, I'm not just saying it because he's sitting up here, like his leadership and his resilience and his toughness. This season could be a disappointment in so many ways, and it hasn't been. It's been something I'm proud of, and it says a lot about those guys, and it says a lot about these guys to my left, and specifically David, because he's been the leader of this group, and this group has responded to him all year, and that's why we've kept fighting. And there was times it looked difficult, especially early in the year. We lose John and Rob, and we finally kind of figure it out a little bit, and then Vic and Rob go down within a 4-minute segment at Tulane, and this group kind of just kept coming. And so, do I want to be playing the NCAA tournament? Yes. We probably a couple games. We've lost some really close games. We've been in some close games against some, teams that'll be in that event. We're probably a couple wins away from being seriously considered. So you're disappointed about that, but at the same time, you're really proud of the guys that you're coaching, and you're proud of what you have done.
Take two more. We have one in the front, and then we'll do one in the Zoom.
Coach, Ody and Vic really got better as the season progressed. Can you just talk about their development under Coach Roberts?
Yeah, Ody, Ody's improvement is remarkable. And sometimes when you sit in a press conference and you talk about guys' growth and improvement, you feel bad singling one guy out because there's so many guys in our program that have grown on and off the floor. But Ody's improvement's just absolutely remarkable. I think he would tell you, we had a meeting at the end of the season last year. We talked about we needed to be a better defensive team when he was on the floor. That because of his role threat, we were a better offensive team and his offensive rebounding. And I mean, he's turned into one of the premier defensive guys in our program and in this league. I mean, it's amazing. Like, he went from the guy that we were worried about a year ago to a guy that we put on the best matchup in the front court every night, whether that's a perimeter-oriented swing man to a big, strong center. And then you look at early in the year, I think he had some offensive woes, and the way he's corrected it, it's been, I mean, it's remarkable. I'm really proud of it, and I'm proud of the way he competes every night. He competes night in and night out with anybody that he matches up with, and that improvement's really meant a lot to our program, along with Vic's. It's been documented pretty well from last year to this year.
Okay, we'll take the last one from the Zoom. We'll go to Dan Tortora, please.
Coach, looking at these first couple seasons for you in Cincinnati, how do you reflect upon what you are building and the things that have gone right up to this point?
Yeah, guys, I appreciate the question. Reflecting's hard for me right now. Like I told the guys in the locker room, like I'm still hoping we're playing basketball. Like that's my focus is on this team. We'll reflect whenever we're done, and if they say that we're done, we'll be done. But I'm hoping that tomorrow night we'll get a bid of the NIT and we're still playing basketball. And then when this is over, we'll reflect. But like I said, I'm proud of this group. I'm proud of what they've done this year, and I hope we've earned the right to keep playing.
And just a quick follow-up to that, so just what you could say about these two guys representing the team next to you, just what it's been to have their leadership this season and to have the opportunity at more life and hopefully an NIT bid.
Yeah, it's difficult as a player, guys, and as a coach. I mean, we all want to play in the NCAA tournament, and again, we understand that we're not on the bubble or anything of that nature. So we're playing this weekend to play in the tournament. So we lose today when you could kind of see some light to that. Like that's hard. Right now, we're still processing this loss. Like we're still down about this loss. And I think these guys are too. But if they get a chance to play again, they're going to be excited. As far as these two guys, I mean, come on. I've said it in every press conference I could speak in. David DeJulius is the reason this program is still standing. I mean, people told me, and I've told them, I don't know if I even told them this, but I can't tell you, a handful of people told me not to keep him. He wasn't that, come on man, we've been who we've been, and we've been damn competitive, and this program was in a bad spot. A couple years ago, we've been who the heck we've been because guys like David and others have said, we're gonna fight. We're going to fight. He could have left. I wasn't the guy that recruited him. He had options to leave. He could have left after last year, and he stayed with it. I'm incredibly proud of him. We'll reflect more on that when it's over. I think he's still got some basketball left. I know him. He's not going to be happy with the way he played, as he said. He'll respond. All right, Ody Oguama. Come on. Again, we just talked about his improvement, and his leadership is by example. He does every day he works. He doesn't complain. Whatever we ask him to do as a team, he does it. And then his role, his skill set, like he's playing forward now. He was playing center. I mean, it's amazing his development, but his leadership has been totally by example. He's a guy that everybody around can look up to by the way he approaches it every day, as is David.
Cincinnati, thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.